I had determined that I was either going to quit or I needed to change things up big time because I was completely done with the rat race of tax season and having too many clients. I knew that I had too many clients. I was wasting so many hours working and not making anywhere near enough money to do it. And so I had reached the end where I was done with it and I was committed to, like, now is the time. I'm not doing another tax season like that. I knew that I needed to change things and it was just getting worse and worse. And I knew, like, it's just going to continue to get worse. After this tax season, I was just like, okay, I'm making, like, this needs to be the year that I finalize everything that I've been working so hard. And I just need to revamp my business into what I want it to be rather than letting it continue to control me. I felt like I had done a lot of training and had coaching that I knew what I was supposed to be doing for the most part. And I guess my hesitation was, is this going to be the piece that's going to get me across the finish line? You know, I'd been laying the groundwork for so long doing other things. And so that was my hesitation was, is it going to be worth the money and the time, you know, to invest in another coaching program? And I felt like this was the piece that I was, you know, this was probably the final piece that I needed to get in place was really what is my pricing going to be going forward, really finalize who the type of clients I wanted to keep on board and really how to communicate that to them. And I felt like that's something that, you know, that was the piece that you held for me. Within probably 4 weeks, you know, about midway through it, I had done all of the work to get to that point where I was feeling more confident in my sales process and in sending all of this notification out to my existing clients to convert them over to my new program or not. My fear was getting it to a price point that I didn't resent my clients. Yes. And that's what had happened with my first go around of trying this on my own, was it did not give me the results that I wanted. And with this one, I raised everybody almost quadruple from what I had been charging them before. So on average, I was probably charging around $350 for a tax return. And I work with only individuals, you know, so it was an individual 1040. And then I raised the price. The minimum for everyone that I'm working with now is at least $1,500. And so it was a pretty dramatic decrease or increase, and it decreased my client load by about 2/3. So I have about 1/3 the clients going into this tax season that I had before. I have said to friends and family over the last month, this is the first tax season that I am not dreading. I feel so much relief from having less on my plate and more so from having people pay me what I'm worth. And that's huge. It's changed my whole mindset. Today I had a client email me and ask a question, and there was none of the back and forth in your mind of, oh, should I charge them for this answer? Should I tell them I'm bugged that they're asking? This isn't included in their package. Like, now that I've got everything revamped, there was none of that. I happily answered their question and was thrilled about it. That was really the huge thing, is how quickly it gets better. It did not take the 8 weeks. I mean, even 8 weeks is short, but it didn't take anywhere near that for me to have where I was just hitting the ground running, doing new things in my firm that made huge changes. So it's a really quick turnaround once you commit to doing it. And once we commit and actually do it, it makes huge changes. So I'm glad I'm at the end of the journey and that I'm where I'm at, because it's amazing. I feel great.